stuff. So this class is going to be 25 minutes. We're looking at just a short blast with some hand weights. If you haven't got any weights, then don't worry. Try and, if you've got tin cans or water bottles or something like that. Okay, so we're going to start in a standing position. I've got two 1 kg weights here. These are the Pilates sand balls. Okay, and I'm going to stand with my feet hip distance apart and bring my elbows into my side. And all we're going to do is just start to open up through the chest. So into dumbwaiter. We're going to exhale to open, try and draw the shoulder blades down your back, and inhale to come back. Okay, so we want a good 8 of these, just warming up through the upper body. Try and think about keeping the forearms parallel to the ceiling. That's it. So elbows and wrists in line. We'll exhale and inhale. So nice and slow, getting those rotator cuff muscles active as we come out and in. Really good ones for stabilizing the shoulder girdle. Okay, now this time as we come out, we're going to hold that position and come to heel raise. So we'll exhale as we lift into that heel raise. Okay, and when we come in, we lower down. So we'll exhale, lift, inhale down. Okay, exhale, lift. Got another one like this. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Hold up this time, take the weights out to the side. Hands up, and we're going for 10 pulses. So we're staying up into that heel raise. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release, bring the hands down. Hip hinge next. So I'd like you to have a nice, good, stable base, and we're going to push the hips back. Okay, so we've got a good straight position through our spine. Let the hand weights come down. So if you look at where my tailbone's going, it's pointing towards the floor behind me, not underneath me. Okay, so it's behind me. I'm keeping my core nice and tight. You're going to have your thumbs so they face forwards, weights so they're into each other. Yeah. Little bend into the knees. You're going to pull the shoulders down and back, and we're going to open into a fly. So open those arms out to the side. Inhale to come down. So exhale and inhale down. Nice and controlled. That's it. Make sure there's no rounding of the back here. So we want that tailbone to be pointing down, core nice and tight, keeping that lumbar nice and safe, and also try not to round through the upper body. Okay. Really opening. That's it. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now, depending on the hand weight, you might not come all the way down. So depending on what the weight is that you've got, you might just stay in that halfway range. Okay, if it's heavy, obviously you may not be able to come up quite so high, but make sure your cue's good. We're going to hold at the top this time. Hold at the top. We're going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand weights down. We're going to tuck our tailbone and roll all the way up, keeping the hand weights in front of us. Now into roll downs. Okay, so make sure there's no pressure onto the low back. We inhale to prepare and exhale, curl over. Let the hand weights just find that stretch. Okay, so let the shoulder blades now pull apart. Sink the heels into the mat, little bend into the knees. And then when you come up, making sure that you don't hinge up from that low back. So we're really going to scoop in from that pelvis. Okay, scoop under, pull the navel up, and use the core and use the glutes to roll and stack everything back up. Now grow an inch taller every single time. Exhale to roll. And exhale, roll back up. Think core, think glutes, think backs of legs, fire up those hamstrings and all of those muscles around the back. So your core just isn't your front, it's all around your back, your low back. So really activating everything here just by adding that little bit of weight on. Mobilizing your spine, stretching out. This will be your last one. So roll all the way up. And you're going to finish at our high point, having the weights down by your side. So if you're not quite there, just roll your way up. Now, shoulders up and down and back. Okay, so up and down and back. That's it. So feel when you shrug up, you can feel the ears sort of coming closer to the shoulders, and then we pull down and back. Then we're going to start to turn the hands. So we come round and turn the hands. That's it. See if you can keep neutral at the same time. That's it, neutral pelvis. Try not to let that ribcage flare forwards. I'm going to go for 2 more. So inhale up, exhale down. That's it. Okay, and last one. Taking the feet wider now, we're going to turn out feet. So my toes are pointing away and I'm trying to let my knees go with them as well. So I'm externally rotating my thighs, and I'm going to squeeze my glutes a little bit. I'm going to reach up with one arm, reach up and over. So if it's too strong, ditch the weight. Coming back round, up and over the other side. Keeping that stable base. Think about pulling the heels in towards each other. That's it. Okay, so stick with that. Or bend the knees, come down into a squat. You're going to do the same thing. So reach. Keep the lower body nice and still. That's it. Moving through those arms and shoulders. Keep pulling the heels in towards each other, pushing the knees out, glutes active. Keep going. So we reach. Now start to reach further apart. And windmill those arms, reaching over. You've got one more each side. That's it. Reach, tuck the tailbone under. Nice long arms. Reach and stretch. Reach and stretch. Last one. So after this one, we're holding the arms out wide to the side. We're going to have the palms up. We're going into some gentle squats. So we're going to come down an inch and up. So you're in that mid-range. So we're inhale down, exhale up. Really squeeze your glutes and try not to duck your bum back. Okay, so core nice and active. Strong through those arms. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Going for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, all the way up to the top. And we're going to take ourselves down to a tabletop position. So I'm just going to turn around, take my leg back behind me, placing my weights on the floor for a moment. And then we're going to go Superman. Okay, so we're inhale to prepare, nice neutral base, and reaching one arm, opposite leg out. Okay, changing sides. So exhale, keep that core nice and tight, pelvis neutral. You can slide your foot along the floor if you need to, and you can keep that top hand down. So I want to just do a couple each side, really getting that stable base. Then we're going to hold on to the hand weight and do the same thing. Okay, so if this becomes too strong, too unstable, you ditch the hand weight. So we're doing 8 on one side now. So we're going to reach. And then you're going to bring the knee in and curl. Okay, so we'll reach that weight out. Exhale, come in and curl. That's it, reach. Keep that stability through the trunk, through the pelvis. Exhale, elbow to knee. Reach and pull. So inhale, exhale. 2 more. That's it, reach and pull. Last one before we swap sides. Reach and pull. Changing that weight over to the opposite side. Same thing again, but ditch the weight if you need to. We want to always focus on our stability. So inhale, reach. Exhale. So 8 again. So that's 2. That's it, reach. Can you get your limbs longer each time? So that's 4. Keep that pelvis nice and still, core nice and tight. And 5. Reach longer. 6 and 7 and 8. Good stuff. Bring your bottom back just over your heels. Give yourself a stretch so we can go over onto our backs. We're going to tuck our feet, curling over. We're going to have our hand weights next to us, but not just using them just at this moment. So finding neutral pelvis, hands by your side. And we're going to go into single knee fold. Okay, so I want you to use this as a set so you can just check everything's working okay. Get your breath nice and even. So inhale to prepare, exhale, draw that leg up. And inhale, let it come down, swap sides. So exhale, draw leg up. Inhale down. Okay, if you're comfortable with that, we go exhale, leg up, inhale, pause, exhale, leg up. Okay, and then letting the legs come down one at a time. This time you swap to the other side. Exhale up. Thigh bone is nice and vertical. Pelvis is nice and neutral. Shins are parallel with the ceiling. Okay, so from there, we're going to do one more each side. That's it. Just exhaling as you're moving that leg, thinking about not bracing through your abs, but working through the lower tummy muscles as you bring that leg up. Okay, picking up your hand weights. Same thing again, but with the weights up to the ceiling. So the wrists are going to be over your shoulders. Just obviously make sure that you don't drop them. Okay, so we're going to exhale as you bring that leg up. We're going to pause and exhale to bring the second leg up. And tapping the foot down, tapping the other foot down. Now for the next side, I'm going to give you an option to start to bring those weights further over the head. As soon as you bring those weights further over the head, it will pull you out of alignment. So the further you have the weights over, the harder this movement will be. So you're going to gauge that best place to put the weights where you can keep the pelvis still. Make sure you don't start to lose that connection of the deep core. So when we come up, that's it. It's all with the breath. And we're pinning that rib cage down to the mat, opening those shoulders and working on that movement. So your gauge is where you feel comfortable. Okay, so reaching the weights up to the ceiling. Now, what's going to happen is the wrists are going to stay over the shoulders at all times. I'm not going to take the wrists down to the thighs or the belly button. So we inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we lift those weights up to the ceiling as we come into a curl up. Yeah, so like I say, the wrists stay over the shoulders, not towards the feet. And then we come back down. Do it without the weights if you want to. So exhale, lift, inhale down. Okay, exhale, lift. So this is number 3. Inhale down. Number 4, inhale down. I'm going to give you an option for the next 4 to be in double leg tabletop. Exhale up, inhale down. Okay, make sure the legs and thighs stay vertical, pelvis stays neutral. 2 more. Last one. And coming all the way down. Placing the feet down, we're going to roll over onto our fronts. Rolling over onto our front, just ditch the hand weights for a minute. Find diamond press position. So you're going to have your forehead down onto cross palms and lengthen the legs away. So lengthen them away nice and long. Try and make sure the thigh bones are vertical here. Neutral. Yeah, so we don't want externally rotated or internally rotated thigh bones. And you're going to see if you can think about a connection between the inner thighs. So from there, as we exhale, think about drawing that core up to the ceiling. And inhale, release. Exhale, draw that core up to the ceiling. Inhale, release. This time we exhale, draw the core up. And we hold that position, keep the tops of the feet onto the mat and see if you can take the arms out with the thumbs up. So arms are long over your head. Going to slide the shoulders down And make sure you can keep that connection. And then bring the hands down by the sides of your shoulders. So for that one, we're exhale as we reach. No lifting through the lower body. Inhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, sorry, exhale, reach. Inhale, come down. The face is just hovering off the mat. Keep pushing the hips down. Exhale. And come back down. We're going for another 3. So you shouldn't have any discomfort into the low part of your back here. Your core should be really working hard. Okay, and you're pushing the tops of the feet down into the mat. Now, if and only if you feel this feels okay, do you try the same with the weights? If you find it too strong, you're going to come into dart and bring the weights down to the sides. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of both so you can see. So it'd be exhale, bring the weights up. Inhale, take them down. Exhale, take them up. Inhale, take them down. And if you're into that dart position, you're going to reach the weights down by your side. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. So working on that mid back. Keep that core active. Keep the glutes active. Well done. Exhale up. Inhale down. So go for another 2. And placing the weights down, find a child's pose, stretch out through your spine. Yeah, really stretching away. Take your spine into that counter just for a moment before we whiz over onto our backs once again. So you can cross the feet under, rolling all the way over, okay, or however you get there. You need your hand weights for this one. So I told you to come over on your back. Yeah, we will start here. Right, so we're going to go into 100 using our hand weights. So I'd like you to imagine that these weights are going to be in a position where you can just move them with no pressure on the wrists. Okay, so you may find that the load on the shoulders and the core actually is too much for you with the hand weights. Yeah, so you need to find that position where you can come into that 100 position. Okay, so we're going to go into that 100. So inhale, 2, 4, 5, exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Another 30. And coming down. Now, we're going into roll-ups. If you know that you can do a full roll-up with your legs long, take the legs long. If you need a modification, then we'll start in a sitting position. Okay, so if you know the roll-up, you're going to proceed, but otherwise you're coming me. So we're going to use the hand weights for stability. We're tucking the pelvis. Okay, and then we're coming back up. So we're thinking of pelvic tilt first. Okay, so we exhale as we come back, and then we're going to exhale as we come up. So have a little pause, take the breath in, and then come back up. If you know that you can go further, so the hand weights will actually help you with this one, believe it or not. Okay, so we also want to try and see if we can take those legs nice and long, reaching the weights overhead, exhaling, reaching up and forwards, nice and strong. So heavy through the ankles. That's it. You're trying to find that spine as it ripples down to the floor, working on that good opening through each vertebrae and length through the body. That's it. Keep gluing those feet down, reaching those arms nice and long, using the hand weights, and exhaling, curling up, using that core. Excellent. Reaching. We've got one more full one. Coming down to the mat, bringing the feet into the floor. Weights onto your hips now. So hold them for stability. We have the feet nice and neutral. We inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we're coming into a bridge, and you're going to use these hand weights just to add a little bit of extra weight. So we want pelvis nice and neutral. Exhale, up. Inhale down. Now, if the weights don't feel strong enough, just push down on them a little bit. Okay, so depending on how that weight is feeling, how your bridge is feeling, exhale. You can add that little bit of resistance by pushing down on the weights. So we want equal glute activity, equal hips, equal foot pressure, and that feeling of drawing the heels into the sitting bones. So inhale to prepare, exhale as you come up. We have another 2. So just tapping that tailbone down and then exhaling to reach up. Now on your last one, we're going to hold at the top. So finding that top position, take those weights away, hold at the top, keep tucking that tailbone, keep drawing those heels in towards you. And then we reach the weights overhead. Take them over to where you feel you can keep that control. No discomfort in the back, no dipping through the hips, and then back up. So we're exhale as we take the weight over behind, feel that core activity, and then inhale as we reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, keep those glutes squeezed together, keep the heels drawing inwards, feet nice and neutral. We go for another 1. We hold at the top. Keep the weights where they are, and we're going to see if we can march the legs. So lifting one leg up, placing that leg down, changing sides. Now, if this is too strong for you, what you're going to do is take the bottom back down and go back to single knee fold. Okay? Now, another option is just lifting the heel, so you're onto the toes. We want a good 4 of these each side, whichever version you're doing. Really work on that stability. Keep pushing the knee away from you. So we work on that back body, getting the glutes really active. Remember, we're working through core as well. So I've lost count, but I reckon there's another 2 because there normally is. So exhaling leg up, inhaling down, exhaling leg up, inhaling down, letting the weights come down, bringing your knees into your chest. Having a rock from side to side, just stretching out your back. And I'm going to give you one quick stretch, and I need you to stretch yourself after the session. So I come to glute stretch, bring the ankle onto the knee, reaching through the gap, either holding onto the shin or the back of the thigh. Okay, and just bringing that knee out to the side. Try and push your tailbone down to the mat. So good stretches to do would be some shoulder stretches, opening the chest, bringing the arm across the front of the body, a few hamstring stretches, and some hip flexor stretches. So that's sort of 90-90 lunge position. Reaching forwards. That's it, either holding on to the shin or the front of the back of the thigh. Just getting that hip nice and open. And releasing that leg, bringing yourself around to a seated position. And you're done. That's your 25 minutes of Pilates sculpt. So well done. Thank you for joining, and I will see you soon. See you later. Lovely.